Welcome to today's financial news update from quantbyte.io. Natural gas prices experienced a significant decline last week, dropping to a 2.5-week low. The November NYMEX contract closed down by 4.99%, largely due to ample storage levels and warmer weather forecasts that are expected to reduce heating demand. Cocoa prices fell sharply on Friday, with December ICE New York and London contracts closing down 1.63% and 1.67%, respectively. The decline pushed New York cocoa to a 20-month low. Pressure on prices persists due to unresolved issues between major producing countries' governments. Sugar prices declined last week, settling at a 2.5-week low for New York sugar. The March contract closed down 0.98% to -0.16%. While London ICE white sugar dropped 0.16%. Weakness in crude oil and the Brazilian real contributed to the decline. Coffee prices declined on Friday, with December Arabica coffee closing at a one-week low and November ICE Robusta coffee also falling. The Arabica contract dropped -4.20 cents, 1.11%, and the Robusta contract declined -88 points, 1.93%. This downward trend is attributed to forecasts of rain, which have been weighing on prices for the past two sessions. Soybeans prices have declined, with a loss of 16 to 17 cents so far. The average national cash price has dropped by 16.75 cents to $9.30. Soy meal futures have also decreased, down by 90 cents to $1.80 in the front months. Additionally, there were 9 deliveries made against October contracts. The wheat complex is experiencing losses, with CBT soft red wheat futures falling by 7 to 9 cents and KCHRW futures declining by 6 to 7 cents on Friday's midday market assessment. Preliminary open interest has increased by 10,762 contracts. The corn market has fallen in line, with bean prices decreasing by 3 to 4.5 cents midday. The national average cash corn price dropped 4.5 cents to $3.71.25, impacted by the sharp decline of bean prices. Cocoa prices continue to decline, with December ICE New York cocoa falling by 1.31% and December ICE London cocoa number 7 dropping by 1%. The price slump reached a 20-month low for New York cocoa futures. This downward trend is attributed to ongoing pressure from the governments of major producers, including the Ivory Coast. Coffee prices continue to slide due to forecasts of rain in Brazil's coffee-growing regions. Arabica coffee fell to a one-week low, with December Arabica coffee, KCZ25, down -4.50, 1.19%, and November ICE Robusta coffee, RMX25, down -91. 1.99%. Crude oil and gasoline prices have plummeted, with November WTI crude oil dropping by 3.79% and November RBOB gasoline falling by 3.09%. These declines represent the lowest levels in 5 months for crude oil and 4.5 years for gasoline, respectively. U.S. stock markets decline. The S&P 500, Dow Jones Industrials, and NASDAQ 100 indices have closed, with losses of 0.8%, 0.88%, and 1.89% respectively. This follows a decrease in December E-mini S&P and NASDAQ futures of 0.86%. Cotton prices have declined by 70 to 81 points. This follows losses across most futures contracts, which fell by 42 to 44 points on Thursday. The U.S. dollar index rose $0.515 to $99.150, while crude oil dropped by $1.03 per barrel. The U.S. dollar index fell by 0.58% due to declining Treasury note yields following comments from Federal Reserve officials indicating a willingness to lower interest rates further. This move led to accelerated losses in the dollar's value. Crude oil prices plummeted to a 5-month low, closing -2.61, 4.24%, lower in November WTI futures. Gasoline prices also declined significantly, reaching a 4.5-year low in November RBOB futures. Both crude and gasoline prices suffered sharp losses on the last trading day, with crude falling more sharply than expected. Cotton futures have declined by 55 to 64 points due to the expiration of October contracts. The U.S. dollar index has decreased to $98.760, while crude oil prices are down to below $60 per barrel. Additionally, recent market movements include a drop in the U.S. dollar and crude oil following President Trump's post on China, but no specific details about the content of the post are provided. Stay informed with quantbyte.io for the latest financial news.